Okay, guys, I am back on Pacesetters Part 2. I hope that Kim is getting you the information. Wow, I love technology, but thank you, Jesus, that we're back. So we're just going to keep going. Aren't you guys excited about what we're talking about tonight? Well, you know, we're going to liven it up a little bit. I think I need to move my light a little bit closer and whoa, get excited. Okay. Oh my goodness, you guys. Okay, so anyway, what I was talking about is that you need to be so scripted that you can be flexible. So learn your scripts, learn how to open the party, learn how to sell this product. And I just want to see if I'm on. Okay. I'm on and I'm going to keep going and talking. Okay. So you guys are going to be getting back on this. I apologize for the technical problems. My computer just shut down. It just said, we are done talking to you right now, Heidi. So I'm just going to keep going. So you're going to get this and you're going to get it a little bit later, but it is all going to be great. Okay. People will buy from one reason and one reason only, relationships. At the bottom of page 28, relationships. And what that is, you guys, is making a connection with your customers by sharing your passionate story at the beginning of every appointment, okay? At the beginning of every appointment. Number 2, dress the part, okay? Your appearance does matter. And so I'm not going to spend a lot of time on this, but I would suggest you guys that you get that beauty coat, that you use your voucher as a star consultant, or you spend the money and just get that. It's like your nice dress that you wear to every single appointment. You don't have to think about what to wear anymore, and it is totally appropriate, okay? Do you appear professional and put together? You guys, professional doesn't mean that you're all fancy, but professional means that you just look the part. That means you are going to have to put some makeup on, though, okay? You guys are all going to put some makeup on because you are Mary Kay Beauty Consultant. The worst thing is when I go to get my hair done from a hairdresser and her hair looks bad, okay? Sisters, you don't have to put a ton of makeup on, but learn a little bit from your director or from a consultant that you admire that looks great, and you will be able to look better. Okay, be sure that you have inventory. Number 4, be sure that you have inventory available for immediate purchase. Okay, immediate purchase. Be sure your demos are full size and clean. I used to have dirty demos and my sales rep would be so embarrassed by me. Okay, you guys watch them on. And it says number 6, timeliness is imperative. When you are late to anything, it is disrespectful. When you are late to anything, it is disrespectful. And so you guys, these are just the basic things, and closing sheets make a difference. We're going to talk about that in the end of this. All right, so we're going to keep going because there's a lot to get through tonight, and now I only have 45 minutes left to go. And I just want to make sure that I tell you some stories, you guys, because I think that stories are so important. And thank you if you're just hopping on now. Thank you for getting back. Thank you for being patient. Thank you, sales directors, for getting the word out to your people. Thank you, Kim, for putting it back up on the Pacesetters page and on the Boxer groups that people could get back on and enjoy this night live with Heidi Gelzer. Woohoo! All right. Master the skincare class at the top of page 29. Okay, you guys, my prayer, like I talked about last week, was, Lord, let the time away from my family be worth it. And you guys, that's creating 4 things happening at your parties. Number 1, recruiting. Now, if you're on this Google Hangout, you care about your business, or you wouldn't be taking this time. You wouldn't have waited a few minutes for us to get my computer back started. You wouldn't have waited for this link to come up. You wouldn't be getting back on. You'd be doing something else with your life, okay? You wouldn't have shown up with your sales director. And so Mary Kay, you guys, created this opportunity first and then the product to sell. I want you to remember that. So at these parties, you're first of all looking for women who need or want this opportunity, okay? That's very important. Number 2 thing you're looking for at a skincare class is 2 bookings from every party. 2 bookings from every party. Number 3 thing you're looking for is referrals at your skincare class, you guys. Your director is going to ask you these 4 things. Who's your next team member? Okay, did you get 2 parties booked? Did you get referrals? And number 4, are you selling sets? One of the challenges at the end of this, which is on the Facebook page, is to watch Nikki's skincare class. It is 81 minutes long or something like that. You're going to have to schedule it. And I want you to take notes. I don't want you to be watching it while you're doing something else. It is phenomenal. It goes through all 4 of these things. And you guys, when you get all 4 of these things, you win. You win the Mary Kay game. So how do I accomplish these 4 goals? Number 1, the first thing we're doing is recruiting, right? So there's a little bit of, there's 4 lines of what you want to do. Number 1, you want to give them marketing information before the party. You want to have the hostess and the guests listen to the fast fun facts or watch a video. And remember, they get a half price item when they do it before the party. If they do it after the party, that's great too, but you guys, it's a layering process. You want them to walk into the appointment knowing something about Mary Kay before they walk in. So that's number 1. In recruiting. The second line is kitchen coaching. It's kitchen coaching. It's old school Mary Kay. It has nothing to do with technology. What you say is this to the hostess. You say, Pam, who's coming tonight? Tell me about who's coming tonight. You say, tell me about who's coming tonight, right? Then you say, Pam, who'd be good at doing what I do? And she's going to tell you. You asking that question, who will be good at doing what I do? And she will tell you. And then after she tells you about her guest, you look at her and you say, Pam, how about you? And she'll probably go, oh, I could never do what you do, Heidi. And you say, that's fine, Pam. Just watch me. Just watch me tonight, okay? And then we can talk about it afterwards. You're planting the seed. But you know what, my friends? The first time I did this silly kitchen coaching, which I hadn't done it like, I'm going to be honest with you, I hadn't done it for 5 years into my Mary Kay career. 5 years. I like want to swear at you right now through this Google Hangout, okay? I couldn't believe it. 5 years. When I did it, I said, I'm going to do it tonight. And I was in San Antonio, Texas. I'll never forget it. And I walked in, I did the kitchen coaching, and I said, what about you? And you know what she flippin' said? She said, yeah, I've been thinking about doing this Mary Kay thing. Are you kidding me? At the end of the party, she watched me. All her friends bought. Her friends booked. I got referrals. She watched me do it. She signed up on the spot, you guys, and she came in with $2,400 order. Are you kidding me? Why are we not doing what we're supposed to be doing? That's called kitchen coaching, okay? So number 1, give them marketing information before the party or the appointment. Number 2, kitchen coaching. Number 3, your eye story. You tell your crackerjack 1-minute eye story, okay? You listen to the people around you. You find out when you talk to them what they're about, what they're looking for, and you tailor your eye story to them. That's when it goes back to you want to be so scripted that you can be flexible. Does my eye story change? No, but the parts of it that I'm going to share with those people changes depending on who they are. And then you go around the table and you say this. Mary Kay used to say that there's a new beauty consultant at every Mary Kay party. Who do you think it is? Are you kidding me? They go around the room and they point to the person that they think it is. And you're like, well, I don't know if it's you or not, but just watch me and see what I do. You guys, it's planting the seed. It's making it fun. It's making it light. You don't have to be so serious, but you do need to do your job. Because when you do your job, you'll have team members. Who's excited about that? Team members. Okay. And then I'm talking fast now because I don't know how much time I'm going to have left before my computer dies on me again. And then at number 4, the close. And we're going to talk about this, and that is on page 31. That is Trisha Bless's script that she got from Diane Mentally. That's in one of your challenges to memorize this. What did I say? Be so scripted that you're flexible. Are you taping these things to your mirror, you guys? Are you practicing them as you're driving your kids to school in the morning? Are you practicing them as you're driving to your other job? Are you practicing them as you're washing dishes? See, in the olden days, we didn't have cell phones. Can you imagine? We did not have cell phones in the first days when I started Mary Kay. We certainly did not have headsets. We certainly did not have Bluetooth. But I would practice in my car, and I would literally be talking to myself. Mary Kay used to say that there's a Mary Kay consultant at every party. Who do you think it is? I would be practicing that. And people would drive by me, and they would think I'm crazy because I didn't have a cell phone or a Bluetooth that I was talking into. You guys know that you can pretend that you're talking into some kind of electronic device. You don't look crazy. Who's excited about that? All right. So those are the 4 things. Marketing before the party, kitchen coaching, talk to your sales director where to find that. Your crackerjack eye story, and Mary Kay said there's a beauty consultant at every party. And number 4, the close, which you're going to look at on page 31. Okay, number 2, how do you get follow-ups at parties? You play the follow-up game. seriously, play the game, pass a little thing around the table. Every time I say the word follow up, it gets passed around. You guys, it's subliminal. It's not even subliminal. It's right in their face. When you say follow up enough times, they will assume they get a follow up. Plus, the hostess gets a present when 2 people book a party. All right, come back to that hostess plan on page 33. The 2 bookings, you can give her the roll-up bag, or you can do a mystery prize if you want. I don't care, but you give her something with 2 bookings. That's how you get bookings at every party. And in the individual close, when you're talking to them and one person books, you then shout out, oh my goodness, Mary just booked. Heidi, you got 1 more person, 1 more booking to get your free prize. Seriously, people, have fun with it, but do your job. Okay, number 3, how to get referrals. Oh, you ask. It's ridiculous, but it works. You ask them for referrals. I seriously have them turn their profile card over. I say, you know what? I want you guys to think of as many women that you like who would love to try the skincare with me, and I'll give them a gift certificate in your name, or you can invite them to your party, your follow-up, whichever you want. Okay? So whoever has the most names and numbers in 1 minute is the winner. Now, there's only 2 rules. They have to be over the age of 18, and you have to like them. That's it. That's it. All right, turn your profiles over. On your mark, get set, go. You guys, when you say on your mark, get set, go, it's like ridiculous in a woman's brain. She has to write something down, okay? But seriously, and you can leave the room. Like, go to the bathroom during referral time if it freaks you out. Okay, so can I use your restroom? And then go and then come back and go, oh my goodness, you guys are done. That's how you get referrals. You play a game and you ask. And then number 4, how do I accomplish selling sets? You do a table close, which is in the training for this week on the app and on the website, and you do an individual close. An individual close, you get them away from each other. Here's the deal. If you just ask them what they all want, they're going to look at each other and they're going to ask, what are you getting? Yeah, I'm not getting anything either. My husband will kill me. No, you guys, you set up the individual close in the beginning of the skincare class, all right? So turn the page. We're going to get into that on page 30. So the ultimate close, you're going to do a table close. Be sure to have a clean roll-up bag filled with demo products. You see what that says? Roll-up bag. Do it. Just do it. Your sales director has been just fighting it for years, and she's finally doing it, and she's doubling her sales. No kidding. You can look at your sales director right now and she'll go, yeah, I should have done it years ago. Okay, just fill them up. Have a filled roll-up bag for each guest. Have a filled roll-up bag for each guest. That's why you're pre-profiling them, you guys, to find out if you're going to bring them a normal to dry roll-up bag or an oily combination roll-up bag. If you want to get fancy, you can put their name tag on it. Get excited about that, but talk to your sales director. Just do it. Have a closing sheet per person. If you are not, look at me. I'm going to put my hands on my head. I don't know what I'm doing. My head in my hands. If you don't have a closing sheet, you are killing yourself, okay? Turn the page. There's a closing sheet. You don't have to use that one, but it's really good. It's really good. And it has the questions right on there, you guys. If you're afraid to ask the questions, just have them fill that out. But you have the closing sheets, and you have them in page protectors. And so you just get a couple printed out in color. You put them in page protectors, and you have them use dry erase markers. I'm not saying use new sets of paper every day, but be smart about it. 2 things everyone wants to know: how much does it cost, and when can I get it? Okay, that's under the table close, and I just talked to you about that. How much does it cost, and when can I get it? Individual close. Meet with each person in an area away from the table. How do you lead into an individual close? It starts at the beginning of the party. You guys, everything that is done at a party is strategic. You talk to your sales director in the beginning, and you say, Heidi, do you have a place where I could set up my date book and my hostess plans and my money bag? Because I believe that blemishes and budgets are a private matter. Plain and simple. You set it up with the hostess. You put all of that stuff over there so it's not at the table. Secondly, in the beginning of the party, you're going to see this on the video. You tell them what's going to happen. We're going to do some basic skincare tonight. We're going to do just a little bit of glamour maybe. And then at the end, we'll have an individual consultation where you can ask me any questions. And I believe that blemishes and budgets are a private matter. So we can talk about that one-on-one. People are only scared if you don't tell them. If at the end you just say, Susie, come with me, she's like, where are we going? What are we doing? If you've talked about it the whole time, you guys, it's going to happen. Okay, get excited. All right, and the last point, Heidi's 4 keys to an individual close. Selling the product, my friends. Selling the product. You have the questions on the individual close on that video. Okay, it's super simple. It's old school. Did you have a good time? Body language. Nod your head and smile. Did you have a good time? She's going to go, yes, I did. How does your face feel? Are you touching your face when you're asking her how her face feels? How does your face feel? Do you have any questions? lean low, get underneath her, and then be quiet. She'll ask you what she wants to ask you. Then I do ask this question. Heidi, if you won the lottery yesterday, what sets would you love to take home? Be quiet. The first one who speaks buys it, and you already have it, sisters, okay? And then she'll tell me, I want the whole thing. Hello, I want the roll-up bag. And I laugh, and I'm like, yeah, everybody wants the roll-up bag. What would you love to take home with you tonight? And then you sit back, and you look down. You guys, there's an art to selling. In the beginning of the party, you're standing, you're having fun, you're the one in charge. In the individual close, you literally sit lower than the customer. You look in her right eye, and you break eye contact when you ask her what she would love to start with today. That's selling. That's a learned skill. Look at me. It's a learned skill. I'm just pointing right at you, okay? I would used to have those questions written right in my date book, you guys, until I got it, until I memorized it. And then it's booking. Number 2, I'm going to book her, and I'm going to say, Heidi, I need to see you in a week to 10 days for your follow-up. Do you hear what I said? I need to see you in a week to 10 days for your follow-up. I need to see you. I'm like a doctor. I need to see you. Her face is going to fall off if I don't see her, okay? You assume the booking. There's not many things that you assume in life because that makes an ass out of you and me, right? Not in booking. You assume the booking. I need to see you in a week to 10 days. Which is better for you for your follow-up, this week or next? And oh my goodness, look at all the stuff that you wanted. Let's say she just got the miracle set. She wanted the roll-up bag. Susie, look at the Mary Kay rewards that I have for you. When you invite friends over just like Heidi did, you can get all of this stuff, a lot of it for free or even at half price. And look at, you've got the guest list right here. You see how I'm booking her, you guys? Watch the skincare class. You will see 4 live customers there that they were at a party that Nikki, Trisha, and Tammy did, and you're going to see all of those responses and what they did with them. It is priceless. It is priceless, okay? And you guys, you're learning. Take notes when you do it. Don't just watch it for entertainment. Take notes. Number 3, recruiting. Recruiting, okay? You're gonna if she hasn't listened to the Fast Fun Facts yet, you give her the Fast Fun Facts and say this is good for 1 half price item. When can I follow up? And then number 4. So the 4 things I'm gonna do at the individual close: selling, booking, and recruiting. And then number 4, I'm gonna set the time to follow up with her. Mary Kay used to say 2 days, 2 weeks, 2 months. I know I'm old school, but old school works, sisters. 2 days, 2 weeks, 2 months. All right, I'm going to follow up with her in 2 days. If she bought the skincare, I want to make sure she's using it right. You guys, they forget. So I'm going to follow up with you, Mary, in 2 days to check your skincare to make sure you love it. Okay, because it's 100% guaranteed. I'm going to solidify this guest list with you, make sure there's no one else that you want to invite that you thought of. And also, I'm going to follow up with this marketing information that I gave you so that you can get your half price item. Now, here's the deal. I make it a firm commitment. I write it in my date book, or I put it in my phone, and I look her in the eye, and I said, Mary, the only thing that I don't like about my business is playing phone tag. I promise I'm a woman of your word, and I will call you tomorrow at 7 o'clock, right, or in 2 days at 7 o'clock, because that's the time we scheduled, right? Mary, can I count on you to pick up your phone at that time? You guys, you have to look at her in the face, and you have to ask her if you can count on her. And I'm going to say, Mary, if something comes up, you can absolutely text me. I'll remind you that day. You guys send her a text reminder that day that you're going to call her that night. If something comes up, I totally get it. I know life happens. But if you don't pick up that phone, Mary, and you haven't let me know, I'm going to assume something bad has happened. I really am. And you guys, I'm going to give you a thought process about this. A lot of times, you know, you need to put that up front. You need to make sure that she understands that you're serious about this and that this is your business and that you will follow up with her, okay? And that you know that she's a woman of her word. What you put onto people, they will start to put onto themselves. And if she doesn't pick up the phone, I will say, Mary, I am so sorry that we missed each other. I'm going to assume that something happened because I know you're a woman of your word. Please call me back at your earliest convenience and let me know that you're okay. That's the message I leave. If she is a woman of her word, she will call me back. If she's not a woman of her word, she won't. And I don't need to work with women like that. Okay, my friends, you don't have to chase people. There's plenty of amazing people out there waiting for you, for this product and for this opportunity. But you guys, sometimes I think, you know, oh, they're trying to avoid me. And I'll never forget the time. This doesn't have to do with a phone call situation. It has to do with the guest that I invited to a breakfast. And I paid for that breakfast. It was not cheap. I think it was $15 a person for me and for her. And she didn't show up. And she didn't return my phone calls. I was so upset with her. I thought, I cannot believe this woman that would stand me up. And I put $30 out for this. I was all high and mighty and blah, blah, blah. I got a call from her the next day, my friends, and her son had tried to commit suicide. And he was in the psych ward of the local hospital. And that taught me a valuable lesson. This world is not all about me. This business is not all about me. And I didn't let her know that on the phone conversation. I mean, I was very kind and polite. Inside, I was seething. But on the phone, I used that script. I assumed something happened. And she called me back and she was, I appreciate your kindness, even though in my heart I wasn't kind. In my words, I was. And you guys, you know, it's very interesting. It's very interesting how God works, because I don't know when that was, but I know that I finished DIQ in October. And I'd always invited her to things, and, you know, she was just in a bad spot in her life. And one Monday night, the week before the end of my DIQ qualification, she came to Success Night. I hadn't invited her that night. She just knew it was a standing invitation. I stopped inviting her because, you know, her life was so crazy. She showed up that Monday night, the week before DIQ was over. She signed her agreement. And the next day came in with an $1,800 star consultant order. It's crazy. It's crazy. God is in control. Trust God and trust the process. That table close opportunity, page 31. Trisha Bless has printed this out for us. Why do you think that she did the National Court of Sharing, my friends? This is why. You can read that on your own. I'm not going to use my voice to read that, but that's one of your challenges for this week, is to memorize that. It is ridiculously awesome. It talks about this. I just got to say it. If you heard anything tonight that caught your attention, more money, more flexibility, a free car, leadership, new girlfriends, more fun, more choices, and you are wanting to purchase the skincare we tried tonight, I suggest you consider the starter kit. It opens the door for you to explore what else Mary Kay has to offer you. If you decide you don't want more, that's fine. I will still treat you as a treasured customer. I don't want you to wonder, what if? I want you to find out so you can know. You guys, people just don't know. I mean, how many of you just didn't know until you actually got the starter kit, and then Mary Kay got into you? All right, the next page is a set sheet that is on the app. It is also on our website. The Mary Kay reward sheet is there too. Turn the page. All of your resources, you guys, are on our area app, and a lot of things you guys couldn't find last time, like the videos, Kim put exactly where it is. So on the app, the skincare class is under new consultant. That's what it means. And you guys, you know how that weird what is that called, website name is there? No, we have our own name of a website now, and I just went to it and it works. It's gelserarea.com. Yay! Thank you, Shane Hathaway, who put it together. But you guys, it's so awesome. So you just go to gelserarea.com. Are you excited? We have our own Gelser Area website with everything that's on the app, but it's all under, like, everything under there is under resources. So you don't have to, you know, text your director or call me and say, I can't find the video. It's here. You just didn't know it was here. We didn't show it to you last time, so that's our fault. Okay, turn to page 35, team building. Are you kidding me? Can I get this done? I can get this done. I'm going to put on my glasses later. Team building is the layering process, girls. Most of the time, people will not sign the first time you talk to them. It's a layering process. Most people need to be layered 4 times. Track it 4 times. At a skincare class, with the fast fun facts, with a follow-up, maybe with coffee, maybe to an event, maybe to a success night. I don't know. But most people need to hear about it 4 times before they can make a decision. The key is in the follow-up. The key is in the follow-up. Increase your team building average by making it about her. I'm filling in the blanks here. Number 1, making it about her and not you. Find a need and fill it. That's very important, you guys. You got to listen to her. What does she need? Always recruit close to the product. You know, they'll have a much easier time selling something when they're in love with the product. By scheduling the team building appointment within 24 to 48 hours. So after you facialed her, after she's been at a party, get in her space 24 to 48 hours after you put the product on her. Number 3, learn exactly how to do a team building appointment by listening to your sales director. You guys, she's there for a reason. She knows what she's doing. Listen to her. And that last thing, I want you to put a star by it. The real objection is usually after the 3rd objection. When I was in San Angelo, Texas, we talked about this, and here's the deal, you guys. You're talking to people about this $85 starter kit, and they're saying, oh, I don't think so. And you're saying, okay, and you're leaving because you're scared of the objection. You're scared of the objection. I know, because I've been there. I hated objections until I started making it into a game. Until I started to figure out, I'm going to get to that dang third objection if it kills me. So usually the first objection is, I don't have any money. All you say to that, you guys, is, okay, great. So if you had the $100, what else would be holding you back? Who's excited about this? I don't even have to overcome the objection because I know the first one's not the real one. If you had the $100, what else would be holding you back? Then if she says, well, nothing, well, then you can brainstorm about how she can find $100, okay? Okay. Then she's going to say, well, I just don't have any time. I'm just way too busy. All right, well, so great. You say great to give yourself a chance to think, to be honest with you. Great, okay. So if we could find 3 to 6 hours a week in your schedule to make an extra couple $100, if we could find that, what else would be holding you back? Who's excited? What else would be holding you back? Third objection, magic objection. Get to the third objection if she hasn't said yes or no by this time. It's probably going to be, I don't, you know what? I'm really scared. I'm really scared because I don't know anybody. Okay. Can we have a conversation about that? You know, you guys, that's going to be listening to her. And then you ask her the questions. You don't have to have all the answers. Who's excited about this? You're not the answer person. She's going to find the answers to this, you guys. Tell me what makes you so afraid of finding your people. I don't know what she's going to say, but you guys, what you're going to say is, tell me more about this. Tell me more. Don't ask a question with why, okay, because that makes her feel defensive. But say, when she asks a question about something or she has an objection, say, tell me more about that. Tell me what makes you feel that way. And then you listen. You guys, half the time, you don't have to overcome the objections. She just needs to get it out, okay? She just needs to get it out. And what it comes down to at the end is, you know what? I get it. I was really scared when I started Mary Kay for whatever reasons, just like you are. But the question is, are you willing to try? Are you willing to try and see what happens? Is it worth you investing $85 in yourself? You get all of this product at an amazing discount. I mean, it's just a good deal right now. For real, it's just a good deal. Are you willing to try and see what happens? And you know what, guys? You got to take it away from them. The worst case scenario is, even if they don't sell a dime, they look twice as good at half the price. Now, you don't want to sell them on being a personal use consultant, but sometimes you have to take away the fear. And that's the worst case scenario. That's what sold me. I didn't know if I'd be great, but the worst thing that would happen is my friends, my family, my sister, and I would all look twice as good at half the price. And inside this was a national sales director. You guys, listen. Okay, the 5 qualities we're looking for in women we need in Mary Kay. And I'm going to give you these 5 qualities, and I don't want you to be offended, okay? If you're not in these 5 areas, you're the exception to the rule, and that's great. You're fantastic. But you guys, in order to win the game, we got to play by the rules. And the rule is, we want the women that we are recruiting to have 3 of these 5 qualities. I want you to write that down. 3 of these 5 qualities. The more qualities that they have, the more successful they are apt to be in this business. So here's the first quality. Number 1, are they between the ages of 25 and 55? Now, I have a very successful daughter who started Mary Kay when she was 18. She does not fit into this category, 25 to 55. She was also brought up in a sales director's household. She thinks differently, okay? Why 25? Because they're probably disillusioned, okay? When they're any younger than that, they probably are getting their degree, or they're working on the job that they have once they've got their degree. They spent a lot of money getting their degree, and they think life is great. By the age of 25, when they've been out of college 2 to 3 years, they're starting to get disillusioned that this is not all what it's cracked up to be, and they're looking for something else. 55. The 2 age groups that are coming into Mary Kay right now, you guys, are in between the ages of 20 and 30. That's the hot age group. The second hottest age group, believe it or not, is between 50 and 60. That's the second highest age group that is coming into Mary Kay right now, because you know what? They still got energy, they still got excitement, and they're hitting retirement, and they don't have what they want. So those are the 2 age groups. Yes, there's a lot of them in the middle, and that's fine. But just so we know, we're looking for women between the ages of 25 to 55. Number 2, are they educated? That doesn't mean they have a full college education necessarily, but they have some sort of higher education. What that means is that they have some gumption, okay, that they're going to start something. They want to better themselves, some form of higher education. Number 3, do they own their own home? That means they have a little bit of security. Okay, financial security, emotional security, things like that. Number 4, are they married or have been married? I know half of the marriages end in divorce. I get that. So not everybody we're going to find who's going to be married. That's fine. But are they in a stable or have they been in a stable relationship? And number 5, do they have kids? Okay, so the 5 qualities are between the ages of 25 and 55. Some sort of higher education. Do they own their own home? Are they married or have been married? And do they have children? Children is a reason why. A lot of you are on this call and you don't have children, and I get it, but you see the bigger picture. You see that you can build this business before you have kids. A lot of people don't see that, but that's what we need to show them, right? Talk to the many to find the few. Talk to the many to find the few. And I'm going to tell you something. I believe that one of the reasons we don't recruit is because we get more no's. You see, when we sell the product, most people will say yes. If you're at a party, most people will buy something, right? And you get positive feedback. When you recruit, only 1 in 4 women with 3 of those 5 qualities. If they don't have 3 of those 5 qualities, the number's going to be less. 1 in 4 women say yes. That means 3 say no. But I want you to know that a no doesn't change anything. They will still be a customer for you. They will still be a hostess. But a yes could rock your world. A yes could rock your world. This business is first mathematical on the bottom there. And it's a numbers game, right? It's a numbers game. This business is first mathematical, and then it becomes magical. And we're going to talk about that in just a second. Okay, so we're looking at page 36. This is just for you to make your list of women who like and are good at whatever it is they do. Who's already a hero? I want you to write the word hero on this page. Who's already a hero in their life already? They're great at being a stay-at-home mom. They're volunteers. They are great at being a teacher. They are great at corporate America. They are great nurses. They are great doctors. What do they do that they're already great at, you guys? We want heroes in other worlds to come into Mary Kay. And some of you are intimidated by them. I get this. I'm intimidated by people. I'm going to be real with you here. But when I talk to women who are fantastic, they're hugely successful before they come into Mary Kay, and I ask them, why did you become a Mary Kay consultant? You're already so successful. You're making great money. You've got a 6-figure income. You've got an office. You've got a company car. Why on earth are you going to be a Mary Kay consultant? Do you know what they say to me, my friends? It's the culture. And it's not just about the sisterhood. I think that comes a little bit later. But what they love is the culture of encouragement. It's the culture of smart women, because that's what we are full of in this company, smart women who are willing to share their wisdom with somebody else. It's iron sharpens iron. They see that women in Mary Kay are successful businesswomen with a heart. My friends, if you are not selling the culture of this business, you are missing the boat. Because we want the women out there who are already successful. We want the women out there who don't necessarily, quote unquote, we think need Mary Kay, but we need them in this company. And that's getting over ourselves and not just talking about the 50% profit that we're making. Because I'm going to tell you something, the women out there who are making $100,000 a year are probably not interested in the $150 a week, you guys, as a part-time hobby consultant. They want to know how fast they can go. And if that scares you, what I need you to remember is this business is not the Heidi Gelzer opportunity. This business is not the Tammy Cloud opportunity. This business is not the Brianna Meisel opportunity. This business is the Mary Kay opportunity. And am I as successful as Leah Carta? No, I'm not. Am I as successful as Lisa Madsen? No, I'm not. But that's not going to stop me from telling people about what they've done. That's not going to stop me about saying that if you're willing to do what they've done, you can do it too. You see, don't forget this. The woman that brought me into Mary Kay, Ann DeNoyer, she hasn't yet earned a Cadillac. She has not yet earned a top director trip, but that didn't stop her from painting the picture for me. That didn't stop her. You guys, I want you to sell the women on this culture. Who would you be so upset you write their name down? And at the bottom, there's different ways for you to reach out to them that you can read on your own. You're big girls, you're smart women. Read this, study this, get good at this, talk to your sales director. But you guys, it's an $85 starter kit. It's an excuse. The starter kit is a deal at $100. Let's be clear. It hasn't changed in 18 years. You need to get out there. You need to get passionate. And you need to know that this culture is worth it. That women are looking for a culture where they can grow financial, they can grow spiritually, they can grow emotionally, and we have it, you guys. Don't be ashamed of it. And if they don't want it, that's fine. But you ask them the question, who do you know? You ask them the question, who do you know? If this business isn't for you, I'm looking for women just like you. Who do you know? Okay? Get bold, my friends. There ain't nothing to lose. And you know what my husband tells me is the sexiest thing about a woman? Confidence. Confidence. Fake it till you make it, baby. Susan Ryderton always told me I pretend like I'm more confident than I am. I pretend every single day, you guys. I'm not very confident, but I sure as heck can take it. Okay, you know it's getting to be 8:17 because I'm losing it. I'm like, woo! All right, let's see. Page 37, team building objections. You guys, ask them questions. Ask them questions. Get them to find out why they would say yes and not why they're so apt to say no. Don't be afraid of it. Make it a game. Get excited. Okay. Turn to page 38, and I am going to have to use my glasses for this, so I'm sorry that you're going to get a glare at the end. The noise in your head. Blah, 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 blah. The noise in your head. You guys, oh, I lost my sheet that I wanted to share with you. Okay, I'm going to have to catch that up. Okay. Oh, there it is. Okay. Atmosphere. Atmosphere. Your head obviously could be a bad atmosphere. Vice President of Mary Kay, Sean Key, says sometimes your brain is like a bad neighborhood. Never go in there alone. You guys, our biggest adversary is what we are thinking to ourselves, the words that we're saying to ourselves. You know, Cara Skilser sent us a video link, and I didn't catch the name of the person, but we'll put it up on the Facebook page. Your directors have it, so they can get it out to you right now. But Kim, if you're listening and you want to put this up on the Facebook page later on, it's a 10-minute video from a TED Talk, which is great, 10 minutes long. And the woman on there quotes Maya Angelou, one of my favorite authors, and she said this: a solitary fantasy can transform a million realities. I'm going to say that again because it's not written on your paper. A solitary fantasy can transform a million realities. You know, she talked about that the odds of a person actually changing are 9 to 1. Of 10 people in a room who want to change, only one person will actually do it. But you know what's exciting about those odds, you guys? Of 1,000 active consultants in our national area, 100 consultants are on this Pacesetters. 10%. You're the 1 in 10. You're the 1 in 10. And what she talked about in order to change were their 3 steps. And none of this is on your paper, so you're going to have to write it down. Number 1, see it. She talked about seeing it. And she talked about visualization. She gave a statistic about people who have studied the brain. She said that 65% of people will get from where they are to where they want to be. Well, 65 more successful to get from where you are to where you want to be if you have a visualization of that, if you have a picture. Okay, and so actually drawing a picture, she drew a picture, watch the video of where she is, of where this man is, and where he wanted to be. And he didn't have to be a great artist. She drew it in stick people, but she put color around it and things like that. And you know the person who did this in our Pacers really well, Renee, if you're watching this, Renee Westfall, you did an amazing job of visualization. She made a dream board of where she is to where she wants to be in many areas of her life, and it is absolutely phenomenal, you guys. She took the time to do it. You see, your brain needs to be tricked. Do you know that your eyes only see things in 2 dimensions? Even though our world is 3-dimensional, she talks about, our eyes see things in 2 dimensions. And so how am I able to pick up this glass? She says your brain guesses. What? Your brain guesses. And so you can feed your brain what you want it to believe, you guys. When it sees that picture, you trick your brain into your imagination when you see it. So are you literally having a picture of a car? Are you literally having a picture of your new home? Are you having a picture of a debt-free college education? Are you having a picture of that top sales director trip? Are you having a picture of whatever you want your life to look like? Are you having a picture of the paycheck that you want deposited into your account? Are you actually visualizing it? If you see on the back behind me, I visualize what I want, but I'm going to do a better job of it. When you actually use your hands, she said, and move it from your brain to your hand, it creates much better visualization. So I just did weird notes. When you paint the picture, you actually put the picture there with color and with emotion. You're tricking your brain, okay? So number one, see it. But then number two, believe it. How do you believe it, she said. How do you believe it? Because when you're looking at this car, right, or when you're looking at these trips, you're kind of looking, then you go back to your reality. Doesn't your brain? It goes back to your reality that says, well, my car isn't so bad, you know, and my boss isn't so bad, right, you guys? And my job, even though I only get, 2 weeks vacation a year, it's not so bad. I can live with it, right, you guys? The devil that you know is easier than the devil that you don't know. And that's why only 1 out of 10 people change, because they go back to what's called their comfort zone. They live there because that picture. Now, what she said is we have to make the picture of where we are super uncomfortable. She said it has to be painful. The picture of where you are needs to admit pain. And the picture of where you want to be, the boldest picture of where you want to be, is having that free car, is having that unlimited income, is having those trips around the world, is having your husband being able to retire. Whatever your dreams are, it has to make you ecstatic, so that when you go to the picture of where you are, it is so painful that your brain actually wants to go to the picture of where you want to be, and you start to believe it. So number one, see it. Number two, believe it. And then number three, act upon it. And you will act upon it when your visual of today is painful enough that you will want to go to the visual of where you're going to be. Just watch the video. Like I said, we will put the link up. It's only 10 minutes long. I will give you bonus points. It's not, I learn things every day. Cara sent that out last night. I didn't have time to watch it, but I watched it today. And Kim Ferguson said, Heidi, you have to watch it. You guys, are you hanging around with smart people who make you better? So that's your atmosphere, you guys. Change it. You get to change your atmosphere. Where you are today is not where you need to be tomorrow if you don't want to be. That's exciting. Today is not my finality. Today is not my finality. Victim versus victor. Some of you know National Sales Director, Senior National Sales Director Cindy Williams, and she comes out all the time on stage with her V sign. Okay? You might think it means peace, but it doesn't. It stands for victor. It stands for victor. She would say we all have a sign on our foreheads. We all have a V on our foreheads, and you get to choose whether it's victor or victim. If you would know Cindy Williams' story, it's ridiculous that she chooses to be a victor. You see, if you would know some of the people's stories in our national areas, you would be shocked. Sales Director Crystal Pounds, who just earned the use of her free car, you guys did not have a fabulous childhood. Her mom was pregnant with her at the age of 18, and she was practically raised by her grandparents. She's the first in her family to have a college education. She and Jason have a relationship and a marriage that she never had, that her sisters never had, that Jason's family never had. They both come from broken homes. There's moms and dads and stepmoms and stepdads all over the place, and there's family feuds and this and that. But Crystal decided no more. She decided that she was going to stop that cycle, and that her children were not going to grow up that way. And so the V on Crystal's forehead stands for victor, not for victim. And it is her mission to change the generational cycle. It is her mission to allow moms to be the wife and the mom and the entrepreneur that they want to be. And they don't have to be a victim to their past. And she just picked up her free car, and she's going on to finish up Fabulous 50s with her amazing unit there in San Angelo and across the country. And they will be a Cadillac unit, and she will be able to retire from her teaching job at the end of May, because Crystal Pounds is a victor and not a victim. You see, my friends, everybody has a story. Sales Director Jamie Riley, one of the hot shots in our national area, you know her name. She earned her car in 1 month. She was our first 1 month normal. But you know what? Jamie Riley decided to be a victor. At the age of 4 months old, she was abandoned in her car seat by her birth mom. She was then adopted by a great family, but when she was young, and I'm going to get all the details messed up because I didn't write it all down here. When she was young, Jamie's adopted mom died. So not only was she abandoned by her birth mother, the only mother that she knew died when Jamie was at a young age. And her father remarried, and now she has a stepmom. She has all kinds of different dynamics to her family. She became a psychologist. I certainly believe, and Jamie would probably agree with me, that the hurting becomes the healer. and that she so wanted her life to be different. She loves her kids with all of her heart, that they are her passion, because she doesn't want them to grow up in the same kind of drama that she grew up in, you guys. She and Patrick want to be the parents who are there for her children, to create memories, to be there for those field trips that she went on today with Aaron. You guys, Jamie is the first, she graduated from college. She had a 4.0 on her master's program. She's great at what she does because she felt like she had to prove it to the world. And now what's so exciting is that Jamie has so grown through this Mary Kay business. We all want to make other people proud of us, but now the people that Jamie wants to make proud of her are her God, her husband, who is, and herself. And there are going to be naysayers, but Jamie Riley has learned the lesson that the V on her forehead is absolutely for Victor, and that this business gives her the opportunity to allow other women to be victors as well. You see, both Crystal and Jamie were heroes in their lives before they came into Mary Kay. Mary Kay didn't make them heroes. Mary Kay didn't make them victors. It just gave them a platform to truly live the lives with the priorities that they want to, and change lives, which they are both so passionate about. And have you guys ever stopped to think that Mary Kay herself had the V on her forehead that stood for Victor? I mean, I just listed today just some of the things that she went through. Do you know that Mary Kay, when she was 27 years old, was left by her husband? He was cheating on her. She would make a joke about it later that he cheated on her with multiple different women. But at the age of 27, she was left with 3 children as a single mom in the 1930s, when people weren't single parents. That was Mary Kay. Or in the 1940s, after World War II. He came home after World War II. And they said, I don't want to be married to you anymore. She lost her sole form of support. She lost respect in her community. She couldn't even drive, you guys. Mary Kay. She became a salesperson because it fit in with her family. She sold books because she would be able to be with her children. After that, you guys, as she was a single mom, when she wanted to start this business in September of 1963, 1 week before this company was supposed to open, her husband, who was going to be her business partner, died of a heart attack at the kitchen table. Died of a heart attack. See, she had the vision, and he could put together the numbers. And so what was she going to do when this dream company was about to start and her husband died? Her sons that she had raised as a single mom all those years, because she decided to be a victor and not a victim, they stepped up and they said, Mom, we'll give you the money that we have in our savings account. And her youngest son, Ryan, said, I will quit my job and I will be your business partner. Her daughter said, Mom, I will be your consultant and I will build this business in Houston for you while you're working in Dallas. You see, you guys, Mary Kay made this opportunity so that women could live out their lives as victors and not as victims to what society thinks they should have done, you guys. And they built this business together. And was it easy? Nope, absolutely not. You see, she got remarried, she said, to the love of her life, Mel. And he also died before she did. And did you guys know that Mary Kay went to a career conference 1 week after her husband Mel went to heaven, because she had promised those women that she was going to show up? And that taught many people many lessons. You guys, we all have life happen to us. We all have life happen. But Mary Kay was determined to keep her word. And she said, I could mourn here at home, or I could be with my sisters in this business who are going to make me feel better. I can pour into them, which will give me the love and give me the energy. You guys, you have a choice. All of us have life happen, and I understand that some of you have more life than others. I get that. Some of you are battling cancer. Some of you are battling diseases. Some of you are battling depression. Some of you have many, many children who are young. Some of you are battling emotional things. Some of you are battling financial things. Some of you are just battling yourself. But I'm asking you to get the help that you need. You see, there are many Mary Kay national sales directors who have life issues. They have teenagers who are in trouble. They have marriages on the rocks. They suffer from bipolar. They suffer from depression. But you guys, they don't stop while they're getting the help. And that's what I want to say to you. I want you to get the help that you need, but keep working in the process. Keep working in the process. And finally, my friends, that last one is personal responsibility. We're reading as Sales Directors the 7 Decisions by Andy Andrews, and one of his, the very first chapter talks about the responsibility chapter. The buck stops here. And he says in this, to accept responsibility for our choices includes becoming aware of, and accepting responsibility for our thinking. My friends, I hope that if you learn nothing else from this Pacesetters, that our thinking needs to change. Change our thoughts, change our words, change our actions, change our results, change the world. And that is what you are doing. He says the common experience, the one common experience of the greatest people in this world is that they battled adversity. If you look at the people I'm talking about, my friends, if you're going to be great, you're going to have adversity and you're going to battle it. Get excited. You're in great company. You're in great company. Instead of asking yourself, why me when something happens, say, why not me? Why not me? My Heavenly Father considers me strong enough with my Savior Jesus Christ to get through it. Why not me? And then you're going to get to the other side, my friends, and you're going to be able to share it. How boring would this Pacesetters be if I just shared every success story and I didn't share the real adversity behind it, you guys? There is adversity behind greatness, but are you willing to be the victor or are you going to be the victim? I think that if you're on this Pacesetters, you have decided to be the victim. You see, Megan Cruz reminded me today in a text. Megan didn't have the week that she wanted to have. You guys, guess what? Sales directors have cancellations. Sales directors have people who say they're going to do things and then they don't. Sales directors have disappointments too. But you know what the difference between a sales director and a consultant is, in my opinion, is that the directors they're all in. They've bought into this no matter what the cancellation, no matter what people have, done or said and haven't kept their word. And Megan Cruz reminded me, a champion doesn't always win, but a champion never quits. I don't care what your week looked like last week. If you're a champion, you're going to get back up, okay? And you're not going to quit, and you're going to be better today than yesterday. That's what I challenge you to do. And so I want you to take the knowledge that you are getting from this Pacesetters, take this training, and I'm going to challenge you to have your best week ever. Don't compare yourself to somebody else. Don't worry about what the point somebody else is getting. You beat your best. You make that decision tonight to do better and to be the very best version of you. You see at the bottom of page 38, it says, to dream big is a matter of choice. To reach that dream is a matter of discipline. I love that. To dream big is a matter of choice. To reach that dream is a matter of discipline. And my friends, remember what we talked about last time. Discipline is not a dirty word. Discipline means freedom. So those last two pages of today, 39, that's just your perfect track that you can track that. You're going to be asked to take a picture of that and send that to your sales director. That last page is to keep track of it. You can keep track of your parties and who you did a career chat with and everything else. That's just a tracking sheet for me. But I'm going to go to your voucher, okay? This is on the Facebook page, the Cadillacs Careers and Changing Lives Facebook page. And it's but you guys read it. Read it tonight. You're going to kick yourself. Some of you were you were disappointed in yourself because you didn't look at it soon enough. So take 5 minutes before you get out of your bedroom. Take 5 minutes before you go to your office. Take 5 minutes before you, get the kids down for bed. Take 5 minutes before you leave Success Night and read it over and plan when you're going to do that, because if you wait to the very end, you can't do it all. But I'm so excited about this. And you guys, we added something down there. Okay, now here's one that I think that's going to be a challenge to you. And some of you aren't going to do it, but some of you are. The third to the last one, you're going to record yourself doing a live opening of a skincare class. If you don't have a party booked, you can book a party just for this reason, because you need to record yourself. Say, I've been challenged, I need to do a live party. Can you get together with some friends or create your own party at your home? Ask 3 people, and each of those people, ask them to bring 2 people. You'll have your own party at your home, but you guys record yourself doing a live skincare class. It's so important. You will learn so much, and so will your sales director. The next thing is listen to the Voxer message posted on the Facebook page every day, now through Saturday. So there's one up there already today. You can listen to that. It's going to be amazing. 3,000 each day that you listen to those Voxer messages. They're going to be from your sales directors. And guess what? You get another chance to get points for registering for the fall retreat, but you're not going to get penalized for registering last week. If you're already registered, you can automatically 25,000 points. Get excited. If you register this week, you get 25,000. I'm excited, you guys, because you know what? This retreat is going to be amazing. I put it together this past weekend while I was traveling, and I'm so beyond excited about both this retreats for Wisconsin and Texas. I'm beyond excited because you're going to go in a new place in your business from this Pacesetters. You're going to go and you're going to be hungry for the next step. You guys, thank you. Thank you for being patient tonight. I'm thanking God that technical difficulties didn't stop us. I'm thanking God that you guys were determined enough to get back on this Google Hangout. And I'm thanking God that He has given me the privilege to get to do what I love. I so love pouring into each and every one of you. Today and last night, you know, all week long as I'm reading the Facebook messages and as I'm seeing your point sheets and as you're texting me, Kim was just, you know, looking at me like I was crazy today because you fill me with so much joy. When a consultant and director is excited about her business and she sees the possibilities, she's picturing it, right? What we talk about. She's seeing it, she's believing it, and she's acting upon it. Nothing brings me more joy. See, this is the reason my whole life that I wanted to be a national sales director. That I would have this opportunity to share with each and every one of you the lessons God has allowed me to learn on the journey. And what I want to close with tonight is this. You don't have to go through all the heartache that I went through to get here. You see, that's not all there is to wisdom. Wisdom is taking these experiences that I'm sharing with you and learning from them and being better faster. So my friends, I believe in you with every ounce of my being. And I know that from this Pacesetters, we are going to have offspring sales directors. We are going to have offspring national sales directors and leaders in this company. Have a great night. I'll see you next Monday Night Live. Bye, everybody.